So today I'm going to start a multi-part series where we're going to talk about how I keep track of my inventory as a full-time reseller. We're going to build a spreadsheet together and I will show you how I do it so that maybe you can do the same thing in your business. My professional background is in demand planning, forecasting, S&OP, and those are basically just really fancy words for inventory management. There are some softwares that do help you with inventory management if you own a reselling business. You can use Vendoo or Flip. I prefer to have my own Excel spreadsheet because I can do pivots from them and we can create all types of data, figure out anything you want to know, and I'm here to show you how. So here we are in Google Docs. You can use Excel, Google Docs, whatever you're most comfortable with. I labeled this inventory management, and I believe on the bottom, the tab where it says sheet 1, I labeled it unlisted items. So this is right when we get home from the thrift store. What I want to do, there are key items that I want to keep track of. The most important to me are the brand, item description, purchase price, trip location, and the purchase date. So I type all of those across the top. So now I'm going to make it look a little bit more fancy. I am going to center it. And then I'm probably going to space out these words a little bit so that you can see them better. You can just double click if you see the arrow pointing in both directions. If you double click, it'll make that row the same length as whatever your text is inside of that cell. Then I'm just adding a little color. It just helps, I can see my very top line differentiates everything. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to highlight the entire row, click on the number 1 so it highlights the whole row, and I'm going to go to data and then filter. Adding the filter will allow you to organize your data however you want. So you can use those little drop downs to say you want it to be organized by brand from A to Z or by purchase date or whatnot. It's just nice to have. So now I have a little bag of inventory that I'm going to start logging here. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my brand. I have this dress, the population dress. It's actually new with tags. Beautiful. I'm going to put a little description in my item description just so I know which item it is. So this is a satin green. It's a beautiful maxi dress. I bought it for $10. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to highlight this entire row, the entire column C. I'm going to go to home and then you can go, it kind of cut it off, but you can go to a drop down menu where you can have it be just currency. So then when you type in the 10, it automatically takes it currency or makes it currency so that you don't ever have to keep doing like the dollar sign and the decimal points. So for my trip location, it's from Goodwill. I have different labels for each one. So this is ST, and then my purchase date was 6/30/25. Again, you can go up to the top and make it so it's always a short date whenever you're in that. Sorry, I cut this off a little bit, but now I'm just making my columns a little bit bigger so that I can see all of my items. But basically you just go down and do the entire thing just like this, and you add all of your items that you have. Again, I use it for right when I get home. This is where I'm just going to list everything. This is where I'm going to make my list so I know all of my cost of goods. And then in part 2, we'll start going into, after we've listed the item, what information do we want to keep track of and all that good stuff.